Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3 Faction War. This is Calderis Refinery and Space Marines versus Ordo Malleus. Someone's been naughty, and it's probably the Space Marines. Blue team with a couple of Force Commanders. First up here, the Tenso. We also have Afeat with the Ultramarines DLC. These guys are melee heroes. Strong offense, can also tank, support, and disrupt. They can do it all for the Emperor. Alongside is Inokura's Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee. By default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. And a couple of scouts are out. This is the Blood Angels elite scheme. A Death Company Apothecary here. Very grim. On the red team, a couple of brother captains. This fella hasn't bothered with a name today. And we also have cyanIDe. These guys are durable heroes that walk through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and support, fighting in melee. Rounding off the team's dice roll with a Daemonhunter. Really good special on those tactical marines. This guy is a support spellcaster with strong control abilities, but as you see there, can mix it up in melee pretty good. Runs away in the end, has a strat squad backing him up. They're going for some melee of their own. Force Commander says hello. He's already used the battle cry though. 1-to-1 cap very early on. In the middle, it's blue. Why are you guys leaving? Oh. Why are you chasing the scouts around? Just cap the VP, fella. Okay, cyanIDe chose violence today. Oh, looks like the stormtroopers are going to go and cap it. Scouts being very odd for Inokura. What are they up to? I mean, they're going to help bash the power, maybe, I guess. No war gear on these scouts here. Well, no upgrades on the scouts. No war gear for the Apothecary either yet. The center, I think they are going to get it. Brother Captain's here to mess with the scout squad. There's more scouts there, but their bolt guns don't do a huge amount of damage. Force Commander bashing power with bolt guns and his own chainsword. The attacks have backed off though to a bad spot. Strat squad catches them, and the Strat squad will mess them up in melee. Kind of a support melee unit, the Strat squad, but they can really go toe-to-toe with most things in Tier 1. And in Tier 2, they can do some good work for you. As well, they're no slouch. Especially if you start supporting them with the myriad supporting abilities you can get with a Brother Captain. On the west side, shotgun scouts in play for Afeat. Force Commander barely makes it out. Can't suppress the Brother Captain. Just comes striding on through with a Nemesis Force Sword, making We Are the Hammer more effective. And Psychic Lash. Are you gonna hit the scout? There we go. Crack. Oh, I didn't get a kill. Oh, I did get a kill with a Stormbolter hit. We Are the Hammer, of course, these days gives you a little bit of splash damage, which is cool. Got some Death Company Assault Marines for Inokura. More Assault Marines on the way for Tenso, and Devastators for Afeat. Operatives for Dice Roll. They did get more Stormtroopers. And look at this. cyanIDe got more Strat Squad, as you may have seen earlier. There's the jump. Might see some... Well, we might see a lot of Mind Blades usage to help win these melee fights. But yeah, it's going to be rough, especially when they get jumped like that. Gens if you can, says Inokura. I think they want double Assault Marines. Oh, there's Gens over there. They're genning up the contested power point on the east side. Confident they can hold it, I suppose. And they are just gliding on through. Double shotgun scouts with Assault Marines for Inokura. Yes, it is double Assault Marines. It's going to be cool. I like it. Maybe we'll see some combat stims as well. It's criminally underused to buff the Assault Marines. Ouch! Nasty grenades. Purification Rites is in for Inokura. Assault Squad does drop a model there, Tensos. And here's the Power Bash. Very solid approach from the Space Marines so far, getting onto this power. I think they're going to get a full bash as well. Apothecary, what are you up to, buddy? There he goes. He's in there. He's in there. Lots of big booms. Oh, maybe we'll see Anointed Power Axe in Tier 2. There's the jump. Brother Captains, they need to think about their anti-melee weapons, I think, in Tier 2. Either the big hammer or their halberd for the splash damage. power melee. There's that Purification Rites heal. They don't have the red for Mind Blades, I imagine. No, only got 32 red. It's hard to kill Space Marine models. Double scouts for the Tenso. I think they both... Yeah, they both have sergeants. Oh, these guys are getting shotguns as well. They're both getting shotguns. Okay. There's going to be a lot of shotguns going around. Here's the second assault squad of Inokura. Showed up a little bit late, but there's still stuff here to fight. Grenade did a little bit of friendly fire, but also kills a strike squad. Their strike squad struggled there a bit. They need some brother captain support. Ouch! Did it wipe one? Oh, it did wipe one. Retreat grenade from Inokura is beautifully done. Brother captain gets away. One down, they say, referring to the strike squad. Here's the Daemonhunter, and they've got a Hunter's Blade. Power melee, more energy, and absorbs energy on hit. Also with the Ordo Malleus. Oh, Sundering, right. More melee resistance, and every time he smacks someone, they take more melee damage. Which is cool. Helps him brawl, you know. Force Commander with a Power Sword and the Iron Halo. And they're grabbing, well, they're trying to grab contested power point on this side. Brother Captain's having none of it. Uses the improved We Are the Hammer there to get stuff in. Running into heavy bolter fire though. Shotgun blast as well. Good special from the Brother Captain. And Interceptors in play. Awesome. Teleporting infantry. I think these guys in the next update are set to get the Furious Intervention teleport by default. So they're going to disrupt with their teleport straight away. I think that's what they're set to be getting. We'll see if it goes through or not. Could of course change. A thorough power bashing from the Space Marines here. Maybe they can finish it. There's a jump on the uh-oh. Stormtroopers. I don't think they're going to get away. They do not get away. I think they need to try and focus. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to focus down scouts when you've got 2 Assault Marines. Sometimes 3 Assault Marines in your face. But they should be able to damage the scouts pretty effectively. Oh, there's Psychic Assailment on the operatives, look. Global ability of the Daemonhunter is kind of like Crack Shot and that kind of thing. I think it's exactly like Crack Shot. More range, more damage. Grenade? Oh, they ran right into it. Well, they were retreating, to be fair. But yeah, this is brutal. These scouts. These scouts, though. Can they get a Dreadnought up or something? Just burn them to death. cyanIDe is down to Strike Squad, though. 2-to-1 cap for the Space Marines, looking very solid so far. West side, though. The fellow who has no name is doing some good work. Interceptors run away. Dreadnought is on the way for cyanIDe. The unnamed guy doesn't have the resources to go tier 2 right now. Interceptors might be worth it to get onto the scouts, but these guys seem pretty handy with their grenades and their shotgun blasts, so that might not work out great. Just get some rhinos up and dreadnoughts and stuff if you can. Oh, there's for the Emperor on those Assault Marines, look. Global ability of the Force Commander. They were getting sundered by the Daemonhunter, though. Now it's worn off. What's it called? Sundering? Yeah, Sundering. 475 to 275. Are they going to steal it? No, they're just going to bash the power. Oh, we do have a Rhino. And they're going Heavy Bolter for more Daka. So you get the, I think it's a 20 DPS Storm Bolter on the front. And this thing is 55, I think. Yeah, 55. So it's quite a lot of Daka if you're facing forward, where the Storm Bolter can also fire. Big brouhaha on the west side. We have a Nemesis Force Sword now for this Brother Captain. Also had Blessed Aegis. Gives him an energy shield. And there's that Psychic Lash on the Apothecary. So no more Nemesis Force Sword. Oh, they do have it. I thought that was the Halberd. Did they switch off it? Maybe I'm just going mad. Maybe it was always the sword. Maybe I'm just... I know I've just gone mental. 475 to 242. Interceptors teleporting in. They don't have their Justicar yet, so they can't knock stuff over. Unfortunately for those guys. Maybe I just got confused because I saw the splash damage effect. And it was just because the hammer was active rather than a halberd. And they have relatively similar icons, I think. Oh, hey. Plasma Cannon Dreadnought from cyanIDe. Pushing through onto power. This thing has twin heavy bolter and a plasma cannon in the other arm. Friendly fire is a danger, though. I don't think... Yeah, you need to shoot at another generator, buddy. Might get a full bash. Doesn't seem like Inokura is interested in fighting them. They do have an anointed power axe, though, so they're ready to rumble in melee. Armor of Purity as well. So they get the faster cooldown on the heal. Oh, but they're getting wrecked over here. The Apothecary has to heal himself. Double melters on the Rhino. Oh, it was so far forward, this Rhino. You know that there's multiple Assault Marines as well. So it's going to go down to shotgun fire, I think. It does go down. Massively overextended the Rhino. Grenade. Nicely placed, but it was slightly too early. Triple cap for Ordo Malleus. They hit back really hard, but there's a danger of overextending when you do that kind of thing. This Dreadnought's going to do some work the way. Oh, this guy's double interceptors now, that brother captain. That's cool. Do they have Justicars yet? They both have their Justicars as well. Kraken bolts popped against those strike squad fellas. Extra damage versus heavy infantry. They wipe some scouts. Librarian on the way now for Inokura. Triple cap for the Ordo Malleus. Hitting back really hard. Can they bash this power now? Look at the map. Look how red it is. Some scouts getting some capping done though. This is the Tenso down the east side. Another Rhino, this time for the fellow who has no name. Operatives don't have any upgrades yet, I think, which is weird. The brother captain of cyanIDe has no war gear whatsoever. No levels either, poor bastard. Come on, give him a level. Look how close he is. He's 1 pixel away in terms of XP. Space Marine Dreadnought is in. Starts off as a full-on melee unit, chasing down the Ordo Malleus Dreadnought. Does that thing have... It can't have melee resistance. Got some plasma operatives. Yeah, they're doing a good job focusing down scouts now. They took them out. Inokura has no scouts left. You have a librarian, though, and double assault squad, and a mean-looking Apothecary as well. He's only level 2, but he can fight now with that axe. Nice grenade from the Tenso. Force Commander being quite relaxed. Do you have any war gear, buddy? No war gear for this fella. What does Afeat have? Artificer armor alongside the sword and the iron header that we've seen. Rhino number 2 up. This time from the nameless guy with a las cannon turret this time to shoot down that Dreadnought, I suppose. Oh, the Tenso with the Predator tank as well. Will help against that. Daemonhunter's down. Space Marines get their natural back, and they do have the mid, so they have the 2-to-1 cap. Can the Ordo Malleus hit back again? Vindicare Assassins hitting the field now for cyanIDe and dice roll. Some good burst damage from long range there. Maybe they can use it to focus down that Apothecary. Apothecaries usually have massive impacts on big 3v3 games if they're allowed to level up a lot and run rampant, because their heal just gets so big and beefy. Okay, here's the Nemesis Force Halberd, and yeah, the icons are pretty damn similar. 229 to 217. Big hits from the Halberd. Librarian says hello. Does have his fancy staff. Power weapon in its own right. Strike Squad. Oh, they didn't jump after them. They jumped up there. The Strike Squad get away. Assault Squad jumping out. Apothecary with a good special, though. Here comes a Dreadnought. Gotta be careful where it aims, though. That's a nice shot to get over there. I don't think you can tie it up, right? Because it doesn't have a melee weapon. I think it just keeps on shooting stuff. 229194. Oh hey, Battle Rights is in from the Mantle of Terror. Multi-Melter Dreadnought, which is fun to see. Don't get to see it very often. Short range weapon, good versus all targets. And I don't think it gets the minor melee resistance or whatever. I feel like it should. Oh, there's Canticle of Absolution, by the way, which gives you tons of health and energy regen in that area. Really quite nice global ability of the Brother Captain, and they had Mind Blades on those interceptors as well while I was talking about this. It says reduces melee effectiveness. I can't remember if you still get the 20% or not. I feel like you should, especially if the Chaos Dreadnought gets it by default. Vindicare slips away. And here is cyaniDe's one. It has its Exodus rounds loaded in, which is anti-infantry round. You can switch to an anti-vehicle round. Why is he getting so close? Getting very, very close. There we go. Start shooting. Dreadnought. Can't do any melee stuff. Looks like it has a minimum range though. It couldn't shoot at those guys. Double cat for the Space Marines. You have a Terminator Force Commander now for the Tenso. Have both the naturals. Down goes the Rhino. Got las cannon before those interceptors could get in. And they don't really have another answer to this Dreadnought here. Force Commander almost goes down. Does go down, in fact. I think they were getting Psychic Lash there for a second. Oh, hits a bit of terrain. Messes up the Brother Captain. Vindicare's getting shots with Turbo Penetrator rounds. I can't remember what the damage per shot is on that, but it's pretty nice. Purifier's on the field there for dice roll, looks like. I think the Dreadnought's going to be okay. Yeah, it's going to be okay. Purifier's got messed up by something. Really messed up. Is that tank? Tank needs repairs. They're trying to get it done. Oh, we have lightning claws on this Terminator Force Commander. That's probably what happened to the Purifiers. Meanwhile, Plasma Gun attacks. Huge amounts of damage versus heavy infantry. Taking some sniper shots though. Wow, did he just two-shot that guy? Level 2 tax. Interceptor's getting in there now. Vindicare backing the hell off. Terminator Force Commander's in here. There is Canticle of Absolution. It's a great tool to have when you have double interceptors in there. Awesome stuff. Look at it buffing everything. Yeah, look at the health regen on that interceptor squad there. And Mind Blades on those guys now. Grenade. Oh, it was a smoke shell. What was that? Not sure where that smoke shell came from. Did it come from the operative somewhere? Vindicare gets chased off. The tank goes down. Purifier's doing some good work there. And there's Battle Rights. Awesome stuff from the unnamed Brother Captain. There's Canticle of Absolution on that Battle Rights going on. And Mind Blades in there, of course. Purifiers have half an XP level. Oh, wow. They're down to 85 VPs, though, the Ordo Malleus. Terminator's backing away. Fleeing from the Purifiers, and there is Psychic Fortress. Slows down and drains the energy of nearby units. Really good for chasing down Terminators. They're getting messed up. Really messed up. Not sure if they're going to finish them. Yeah, that knockback probably saved that last model if they weren't already going to be saved. Nice chase though. 208 to 85. They grab the mid. Have the 2-to-1. They're putting a little bit of pressure on here, but they don't want to overextend. They can't afford to leave the mid unguarded. Oh, we have some assault terminators now. That's not good news for the Ordo Malleus fellas. these guys could get claws and just tear through the melee armies of the Ordo Malleus guys. Apothecary runs off. Vindicare Assassin backs away. There's double melters on the Dreadnought. It now can't move at all because they stack the movement snare, I think. Assault Terminators making their way forward. Force Commander Terminator gets straight onto the VP. Interceptors show up. Not sure how much Canticle of Absolution is. I don't think it's that cheap. There's Battle Rights. It might be 175 or something, Canticle. They got the Dreadnought down. There it is. There's Canticle. And there's another Force Barrier to knock them out of the Canticle. Oh, hey. Land Raider Crusader shows up from cyanIDe with all of the bolt guns. They just gave all of the bolt guns to it and strapped them on. Hurricane bolters on the side sponsons. I mean, the Terminators are going to shrug off a lot of that damage because they're super heavy infantry, but it does have a multi-melter as well. Doesn't want to sit there taking Thunderhammer hits. There's a Power Fist Force Commander there as well. They don't have the energy to use Flesh over Steel. That brother captain's down. This multi-melter Dreadnought's been freaking awesome, you know. 165 to 85. They're still chasing that Land Raider back. Terminators were close to dropping model there, perhaps. Plasma Cannon watches the mid. 161 to 85. Some Plasma Stormtroopers. Did the Purifiers level? Oh, they didn't level. Did not level. Have Emperor's Torch now. I think it gives damage resistance. I think it's quite a lot of damage resistance as well. To have that Hunter's Blade as well. There's Emperor's Torch. Oh, but they can't stand up even with Emperor's Torch active. Ouch. Yeah, Lightning Claws will do that. See ya. It'll make you run. 161 to 65. Crusader back to the mid. 2-1 for the Space Marines. Can they hold on? And we got some Vanguard veterans now for Inakura. Dreadnought mixing it up. This guy is now tier 3. They've used Canticles so many times that they're not going to be able to get Paladins up anytime soon. Could get some Grey Knight Terminators though. Assault Cannon here. Space Marines looking strong now, eh? They are looking strong. Terminators hitting the field makes so much difference. I'm not sure the Crusader was the right call. With all of that piercing damage. It's not a bad unit by any means. And they can reinforce off it. Hey, we got Paladins from cyanIDe. There's the Battle Rights. And the Canticle of Absolution again. They're getting knocked over so much in there. Big melee. Big melee. They probably used We Are the Hammer as well. Yeah, huge amounts of buffs. Inakura coming in with Angels of Death. And there's an Orbital now. They smashed that fight, the Ordo Malleus. Orbital is mainly avoided. Or mostly avoided, I should say. Into Stormtroopers trying to grab the mid. Thunderhammers are on them. They got the decap and they paid for it with their lives. Paladins now going after the Dreadnought, which is being repaired. They don't have their holy grounds yet, which would be actually quite amazing and help them chase enemy Terminators and stuff. These Stern Guard are in a bad spot for Afeat. They're going to die. They do indeed die. Stop those guys capping for a while, I suppose. The Dreadnought goes down. Not sure why the Terminators are chasing there, these guys. Just trying to boltify that Land Raider down. There's the double cap, and that's going to be the game for the Space Marines. Phew. That was an awesome one. Lots of fun melee going on. We had a Terminator Force Commander, Inakura's Apothecary level 6. Had his Death Company army there. Afeat's Force Commander level 5 with the Power Fist. Had a level 7 brother captain for this guy, whoever the name was. And they had a really fun build going on with Nemesis Force Sword, Mantle of Terror, lots of support, and just spamming Canticle of Absolution. Maybe they should have got Bulwark as well. cyanIDe level 3, had the Nemesis Force Halberd at the end, and Dice Rolls Daemonhunter level 2. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.